There are many ways in Star Wars: The Old Republic to pick yourself up a blaster rifle for your agent or your trooper, but did you know you can also craft yourself a whole bunch of blaster rifles? In this video, I'll be showing you 10 different blaster rifles that you can craft with an Armstech that don't require any special type of schematics. Unfortunately, right now weapons are not part of the outfit designer, which means you are stuck with the stats that the weapons have because they're not moddable. If you like the look of these weapons, you can equip them for roleplay purposes or just cosmetic reasons, but you can't use them for good stats. They're also really great if you're leveling and near the level that they're for. The first blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Carbo-plas blaster rifle for level 10. You may notice that these weapons have two names at the top of this video. One's Onslaught and one's Asylum. They're the exact same weapon in terms of the way they look, but they have different stats. Asylum is more for a tanking endurance type of character, and Onslaught is more for a DPS or healing type of character. The Carbo-plas blaster rifle is just a very basic stock rifle, something perfect for a character who's just got their first gun. The second blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Plastifiber blaster rifle, and this one has a very sleek, smooth, round look to it. Really good if you don't want something so tech-oriented and you want something really old-fashioned. If you haven't tried out crafting yet and want to be able to craft guns of all sorts, you'll want to take the Armstech crew skill, and to start crafting, you head to your fleet and you go to the crafting and strongholds section. There you'll be able to find a trainer that you can learn Armstech from. The third blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Flexiglass blaster rifle, and this one's starting to get more into the more unique types of blaster rifles. It's got a really nice white and slightly orange color to it. It would go really good with a lot of the Havod squad armors for the trooper, probably go good with some of the agent armors as well. All of the blaster rifles in this video come from schematics that are straight from the crew skills trainer for Armstech. You don't need to buy or earn any special schematics to make them. You just get more schematics as you level up your crafting skill. The fourth blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Phrik blaster rifle, and this one is very similar to the Flexiglass one in terms of shape and the muzzle, but it's got a couple more details and it's got a really kind of neat camouflage type of color, really good for an agent or a trooper that wants to blend in more with the scenery. If you aren't interested in crafting these for yourself, you can always check the GTN. They're not always available, so if you can't find it on the GTN, you can also ask in Fleet General Chat, is there any Armstech available who can craft for me? They'll usually ask for credits, or for the materials to make it. The fifth blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Plexoid blaster rifle for level 40, and this one's got an especially long barrel if you're looking for a really long looking blaster rifle, almost like a sniper rifle. In terms of advanced classes, only the Vanguard Trooper and the Agent Operative wield blaster rifles, but both all agents and all troopers can wield them. They just won't be able to use all their abilities if they're the Commando or the Sniper. The sixth blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Dallorian blaster rifle for level 46, and I especially like this gun. It's starting to get more into the sci-fi, techie looking types of guns here, and it especially is cool because it looks like it's got a grapple hook built into the front, which is something that the Vanguards use quite a bit, especially as tanks. And there's also some really neat glowing elements. There's some bright blue glowy aqua bits to it, and it's got a black and gray base. And not only do the Trooper Vanguard and the Imperial Agent Operative wield the blaster rifles, there's also a lot of different companions that can use blaster rifles. Companions are in kind of a weird spot for weapons. Sometimes weapons affect their stats and sometimes don't. You'll just have to check it out for your specific companion. You might be able to just give them a cosmetic blaster for good looks. The seventh blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Transparisteel blaster rifle for level 51, and this is another really sci-fi, alien tech looking gun. It's got an especially interesting shape. It's really long, really large. It looks like it's got a tiny missile built into the top. And it's also got some really nice, bright, yellow, orangish glowing elements that show up really well in the dark. If you're thinking of picking up the Armstech crew skill, they can also craft sniper rifles, blaster cannons, and blaster pistols. Basically, they cover any type of gun in the game. The eighth blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Havod blaster rifle for level 55, and this is part of the Pirate series that was released for the Shadow of Revan expansion, where one of the planets you visit is Rishi, a pirate heaven, and it's a really beautiful looking gun. I think it's my favorite in the entire pirate series that they have, and it's got some really pretty dark wood looking components. It's a bright silver color in general. It's got some really pretty silver engravings near the handle of the gun, and it's also got a few tiny bright blue glowing bits. A very detailed, very beautiful and ornate gun. The 9th blaster pistol that you can craft for yourself is the Glasteel blaster rifle, and this is once again alien tech looking gun, but it's also mixed in with some older, more ornate elements, kind of like the Havod blaster. This one also has some wooden elements to it. It has a very dark gunmetal type of finish, and it has little tiny glowing yellow-orange bits to it. This is definitely the type of gun that I would expect to see on a trooper or an agent that's doing very well for themselves and can pick up the best looking tech that they can get. The last blaster rifle that you can craft for yourself is the Sidrelium blaster rifle for level 66, and this one is a huge change from the other blaster rifles that we've seen in terms of color. It is a bright red, primary red, shiny color, and this would go great with any type of red trooper armor. There's quite a few armors that come default like that, and a lot of the agent armors come in red as well. Or you could always suit up in pure black or white and just have that bright red gun in your hands. A vision of death on its way. This gun also has a lot of really nice details, including the extra ammo near the handle. It's got some kind of wrapped elements, some brown wrappings to it. It's got some really pretty gold gilding on it as well. Just a really well-made gun. It's kind of an odd shape, but it would be good for a trooper and agent who wants something that's in between the largest blaster rifle and the shortest one. It's a good medium size. And there you go. There's 10 blaster rifles that you can craft for yourself with the Armstech Crew skill that don't require any special schematics. These weapons are great for while you're leveling and they're close to the level that you're meant to use them at. They're really good for cosmetics if you just want to take a really good looking screenshot with your character, or of course for roleplay purposes when you're not actually having to shoot anything. Due to their stats not being modifiable, they're not extremely useful for combat at the moment, but the developers of the game do have adding weapons to the outfit designer on their wish list, so hopefully they'll become more useful in the future. We'll keep our fingers crossed. And I hope you found a really awesome looking weapon for you to use on your trooper or your agent.